Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is about more than becoming a Jedi. This game is going to take you on a journey you've never experienced, not in this way. Let me explain. You probably know by now, a few weeks ago, me and a bunch of other YouTubers, journalists, and press got flown to LA to play Jedi Fallen Order for a few hours. Incredible event where we got to meet all the devs and talk to them about working on the game, and just before we got hands-on with Fallen Order, Stig Asmussen, the game director, gave a speech. He talked about how excited they were to be releasing the game Respawn have been working on for several years, that they're proud of the game they've made.
This is real, and it doesn't get any bigger than this.
And then commented on something about the experience of the game I found quite interesting. He said Fallen Order isn't about being a Jedi, it's about becoming a Jedi. This is the Fallen Order experience, and why this game is like nothing we've ever played before in the Star Wars universe. Fallen Order is about the experience of making your way through the galaxy, learning, crafting your skills, and evolving to become a Jedi. And this is what inspired the core mechanics of the game. Now, the gameplay we got to play seemed like it was already a few hours into the game. Cal Kestis, the main character you play as, had already unlocked a few powers, but the skill tree was still quite bare and empty, like it was the end of autumn or of fall. No leaves on the tree. The skill tree in Fallen Order is dense. There's lots of force powers, skills, combo moves, and a ton of things to unlock on your journey through the galaxy, and I have no idea how long this game goes for or how quickly you'll be able to complete it, but my guess is you won't be able to unlock everything on the skill tree on your first playthrough. There's heaps here. Lots to come back to and different paths you can take when it comes to developing your skills. You can decide to spend more of the skill points you earn on force powers and skill them up as much as possible, but then your lightsaber abilities won't be as developed, and vice versa. Spend more points on lightsaber abilities and combat moves and you'll be a better close range fighter, but not as skilled a force user. The same goes for movement and maneuverability. There's points you can invest into improving your platforming and movement. The game lets you choose what you want to improve, and learning new skills really makes the difference. Early on in the 3.5 hours I had with the game, we had hardly any abilities unlocked. But a bit further into that, we were learning new force powers and lightsaber moves which really changed the way you approach a fight. Big one of these was the force push. Unlocking this really changed the way I was approaching fights. Now I could strike from distance, then move in for a kill, or just push an enemy off a cliff. That worked too. And it was more fun that way. Having more abilities definitely makes a difference, because remember, this game ain't easy. There are definitely some Dark Souls moments in combat, and you can't ever just run in there swinging. While playing, I dropped the difficulty down from normal to easy, not because I suck at games and I'm a total noob. No, that definitely wasn't the reason. It was more because I knew we were only playing for limited time and wanted to see as much of the game as possible without being constantly hassled by stormtroopers with buzzing batons. Maybe on my second playthrough, I'll push the difficulty all the way up and try have that hardcore Fallen Order Dark Souls experience. And the way this game wants you to use the skill tree is a perfect example of the way Respawn want this game to be played. It's all about player choice. This is the same with your lightsaber and customization. Choosing color and customizing the hilt are all your own options. Respawn want you to have player choice, and if you want to know more about lightsaber customization, I made a video with everything we know about it the other day. You can go and watch that. But the same goes for the way you explore this game, which is getting onto my point. This game is about more than just becoming a Jedi. It's about choosing your own path, discovering new worlds and locations filled with secrets, puzzles, people to meet, side quests, enemies to take on, items to collect to upgrade your skills, your look, and your knowledge of the galaxy after the events of Order 66. And that's why this game will be different. In some ways, it'll be taking inspiration from Knights of the Old Republic, in that you'll be adventuring out on quests to explore and discover more of the secrets of the galaxy. And Fallen Order is different from other Star Wars games in that you're not starting as a Jedi with already powerful skills. You're starting with barely anything and will need to learn and grind your way through to become a Jedi. Even your lightsaber combat moves at the start of the game will be very basic. The game's combat has been described by all the devs as thoughtful, and part of the experience of not starting as a powerful Jedi is that you won't be able to run into any fights and just overpower your opponent. You can't button mash. You can't just expect that because you're a Jedi, you're going to win a fight. Thoughtful combat rewards you for going in slow, taking down enemies one by one, blocking, dodging, and using your timing windows to attack. And it punishes you for not doing this, for diving straight in and thinking you can just destroy someone. And this is part of how Respawn have approached lightsabers and tried to make them balanced. There was an interesting article published recently where Stig talked about how lightsabers are a one-hit kill weapon, which poses a challenge for making them balanced in a game that's all about lightsaber combat. How do you balance a weapon that kills anything in one hit in a universe with other weaker weapons? Respawn approached this by trying to build a system around unlocking enemies for that one-hit kill, by weakening their health through a number of attacks and parries. And I think a lot of us were worried this would create a Disney-fied version of the lightsaber, not as powerful as what we're used to in the older Lucas films. But when I saw this, I started thinking otherwise. And even though you'll be learning a number of combo moves along the way, the lightsaber system in Fallen Order is simple. It's built around two buttons, block and attack. Cal will learn combo moves to combine these for more deadly attacks and takedowns. These will be part of your skill tree, and blocking at the right time will unlock the enemy for a heavier move. But keeping this simple helps create that feel of Star Wars Respawn really want you to experience. There's a down-to-earth feeling in the combat. And Cal's journey honestly reminds me of Luke's, traveling the galaxy as a student of the Force without a straightforward master or mentor we know of.
Like we're being watched.
Away, put your weapon. I mean you no harm.
Learning new abilities along the way and trying to restore what the Empire has taken from the galaxy. Cal's fighting style also feels kind of similar to Luke's, raw and unrefined. There are some obvious comparisons you can make between the two, and this is no accident. This game is, after all, the ultimate Jedi journey experience, and it's all about creating that Star Wars feel and grit from the original films. Fallen Order departs from the prequel notion of a Padawan or a Jedi. You're not a superhero in this game. Respawn don't want you to feel like an Anakin or Obi-Wan, easily powering your way through every enemy or obstacle you're faced with. They want you to feel Cal's journey is a struggle. You have to earn your force powers, learn the craft of wielding a lightsaber. But combat isn't the only part of the game that's built to feel like there's a learning curve. There's a little more to it. Solving puzzles and platforming have similar obstacles and challenges to overcome and require patience, something Anakin didn't have much of.
Patience. Use the Force. Think.
You underestimate my power.
Patience.
And when you take this word and put it in the context of every game mechanic in Fallen Order, it becomes really obvious how the devs have built this game and how they want it to be played. Patience in approaching your enemies. Patience in combat. Patience in exploration. Patience in puzzle solving. Patience in platforming. Patience in becoming a Jedi. But Fallen Order is about more than just becoming a Jedi. It's about the experience of being a Jedi. the mindset, the pacing, and the decision making. In Fallen Order, you don't only become a Jedi, you experience the galaxy in a way it's never been seen before. New planets, locations, hidden secrets, puzzles, and a few familiar faces along the way, and you choose how to experience it. What are you most looking forward to in Jedi Fallen Order? And what do you think of the combat? Let me know in the comments. And for more on Fallen Order, go watch one of these videos here or stick around on the channel. I'm going to be posting a lot more Fallen Order videos in the coming weeks. That lightsaber customization video is here too. Also, I can't believe I said this was a Bantha Tusk, this Galaxy's Edge lightsaber attachment. Thanks to everyone who corrected me in saying it's a Rancor tooth. Epic fail. Very embarrassed about that. Anyway, I can't wait for Fallen Order. Honestly, haven't been this excited about a game in a long time. I feel like there's so much here, like Fallen Order is going much deeper than any other Star Wars games I've played, and I can't wait to experience that. So thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew. I'll catch you soon.
Stay bombastic.